pleasure that I welcome all of you to our webinar titled 5 Key Reasons to Upgrade Visual ASN for Sage ACPAC ERP with special guest Sharron Lipson from Lerman, Decor. Before we begin today's session, I wanted to address some minor housekeeping issues. Firstly, I would ask all participants to keep their audio on mute for the duration of the call. In the last 5 minutes, we will be prepared to take questions, and I would ask you to send them via the chat screen available in GoToMeeting. We will do our best to answer questions in the remaining 5 minutes of this webinar. In advance of hearing directly from Sharron at Lerman Decor, I will take about 10 to 15 minutes to describe Edisoft's integrated EDI products and services to help you better understand the benefits of its turnkey, end-to-end order management and order fulfillment solution, designed specifically to eliminate the rekeying of order data when integrated with the Sage ACPAC ERP application. The overview will help you better understand the wide range of end-to-end warehouse optimization and automation solutions available from Edisoft. If we can move to the next slide, please. And the next one. Edisoft has been the #1 choice for innovative and integrated EDI solutions with the Sage community since 1995 as a result of its unified, modular, and flexible software architecture. The design was aimed at ensuring ERP customers experienced a lower total cost of ownership versus other EDI solutions. In the case of Sage ACPAC ERP, Edisoft integrates via the API and directly with the order entry module in ACPAC, ensuring data accuracy and consistency for all incoming and outgoing EDI documents between the Edisoft application and the Sage ERP application. To better understand the key features of Edisoft's EDI and warehouse solutions, I will review Edisoft's Merchant for Sage ACPAC ERP suite, and also during this presentation identify the specific Edisoft products being used by Lerman Decor. A couple of things I will review is one, the Merchant EDI suite for Sage ACPAC ERP is optimized to support current versions of Sage ACPAC ERP version 6.0, as well as being backwards compatible with 5.4 and 5.5. The Merchant suite includes communication, translation, and integration via the order entry module out of the box. Other configurable modules include our remote warehouse module for third-party logistics warehouses, an outbound purchase order module for suppliers, and an adapter for the Excelis WMS solution. Edisoft also offers configurable software connectors for both carrier management solutions such as Starship and Linkship. The communications module is flexible and supports a wide range of VAN scripts, AS2 inline, as well as Clio Lexicon AS2 and FTP. In addition, our ASN module integrates with Sage ACPAC ERP database, delivering automated ASN creation, printing of GS1 labels, drop shipment packing slips, and is configurable to accompany specific pick, pack, and ship process. Next slide, please. Furthermore, Edisoft currently supports over 1,400 trading partner kits, GS1 labels, and drop shipment packing slips for retail companies such as Walmart, Home Depot, Kroger, Costco.com, and Target.com, as well as many others. In addition, we have support for Business Exchange out of the box, which is Edisoft's value-added network service, and includes robust monitoring and reporting software tools. Below are some logos from carriers that are currently supported through the carrier management application that connects with the Edisoft solution. Next slide, please. Now, to cover off a number of benefits that are very key to looking at the merchant EDI suite for Sage ACPAC ERP, one of the fundamental ones is reduced upgrade costs and no customization costs over the life cycle of the Sage ACPAC ERP application as a result of out-of-the-box integration via the ACPAC ERP API. There's also the elimination of rekeying of ERP order data throughout the order management and order fulfillment process, as well as the order shipment process. There is absolutely no rekeying of order data at any of the stages. There's freedom of choice to eliminate van fees where allowed by your trading partner. Certain retail trading partners such as Walmart, Home Depot, Target, Amazon will permit connectivity via AS2, eliminating the need for van fees. Furthermore, saving time and improving retail scorecards is possible by printing the packing generation of the ASNs and printing of GS1 labels by speeding that process up, and also by accurately shipping and packing shipments per trading partner. Specifications such as cross-dock, drop shipment, direct-to-store are all available functionality through the Edisoft suite. Next slide, please. Now that we've described the component software modules that make up Edisoft's integrated EDI and warehouse optimization solution, I will take a few moments to go over Lerman Decor's EDI environment in advance of hearing from Sharron Lipson at Lerman Decor, as well as I will provide a little more detail about Edisoft's warehouse optimization solutions. Currently, Lerman Decor is using both Merchant and Visual ASN and a range of trading partner kits and GS1 label plugins. Now, the Visual ASN module that Lerman Decor has upgraded to and is the focus of this webinar is responsible for capturing packing structure detail, which consists of details related to picking, packing, and shipping of goods. And you may have heard of such terms as SOPI, shipment, order, pack, and item detail, or SOIP, shipment, order, item, and pack detail. This packing structure is required for the creation and release of an ASN 856 EDI document. For those of you unfamiliar with an ASN 856 EDI document, it is a requirement where a retailer wishes to know in advance details related to goods being shipped. Specific details, i.e. packing structure, include information relevant to understanding how many items are in a carton, as well as how many cartons to a pallet. The value of knowing in advance enables retailers to better manage their inventory levels, product availability to consumers at the store level, as well as manage their payables more consistently and effectively over a wide range of suppliers. Now I will provide additional details about Visual ASN. It includes powerful ASN creation for EDI compliance. You can manage your shipments visually as represented by the user interface shown in the slide. It includes a linear workflow based on industry best practices. By customer, there is stages where you go through automated picking, packing, and shipment. All of those are a result of many years of expertise on behalf of Edisoft, working with different companies and different vertical industries. Visual ASN also includes configurable auto packing rules that can be applied at the carton as well as pallet level, supports single or multiple warehouses, and has a client-server architecture. Next slide, please. In addition, it's important to point out that Visual ASN provides for seamless order fulfillment for all customers. You get order visibility to local or remote warehouses, and it enables you to grow your business with new partners. So in this particular diagram, packing rules can be set up by customers. Same rules can be applied across multiple customers and used across multiple warehouses for one shipment or several shipments. Although you may have different geographical locations, they can all basically follow the same rules as represented in this diagram. Now, to provide greater detail on Visual ASN, one of the things I will drill into now is specifically key features of Visual ASN. One is the ability to link multiple orders together into one shipment so that they are processed and shipped together. 2, visual representations of items, cartons, pallets, and the steps taking place to create necessary packing structure. Numerous reports, including pick lists, packing lists, VIX bill of lading, as well as many more, are available through Visual Asm. Ability to pack orders entered into ERP, EDI, and as well as non-EDI methods. Ability to update ERP, confirming quantities shipped, completion of sales orders, and creation of invoices. Ability to have multiple people packing from the same shipments at the same time. Ability to create defined rules for packing items. These can be simply as one scoop or container, or more complex pre-pack rules with multiple items in set quantities. This is usually known as musical runs in the apparel industry. Ability to create numerous shipments at one time. Ability to import packing information from external sources such as Excelis WMS. Combined with a carrier management connector, can also integrate with Starship or LinkShip, which are both carrier management solutions. Now, I'm also going to emphasize a number of benefits that are available through Visual Asm. Ability to set up your system to follow your business process and have it translate to your partner's EDI and label requirements. Also, when integrated to transport management system or carrier management solution, the ability to import carton level tracking numbers, freight costs, and have this information posted back to your ERP system. Also, visibility as how orders are being fulfilled through the entire process for orders that are received via EDI and non-EDI methods. Reduced order transaction costs based on reduced time and effort to pack, label, and create an advanced ship notice. Greater flexibility in supporting the business rules of the trading partner's ASN requirements. Next slide, please. Those are just some of the benefits that have been identified. Now, prior to talking directly with Sharron, I'm going to just review the earlier information that was provided in this webinar. As you can see, the top level of that slide shows trading partners. They are sending and receiving EDI documents through a value-added network. In this case, Edisoft has its own business exchange. Those files are downloaded and uploaded using a merchant, which includes communication, translation, and integration of ACPAC. And then I will point out in the right lower end of the screen, you will see Merchant Visual Asm that is optimized with Sage ACPAC ERP and will optimize picking, packing, and shipment of goods. And those goods will be shipped according to the both the EDI specifications of the trading partner and the GS1 standards. So at this time, I've provided an overview of the features and functions of Edisoft's Merchant EDI Suite for Sage ACPAC ERP. And what I would ask at this point is we move to the next slide. And I'm going to highlight 5 key reasons that Lerman Decor upgraded to Visual Asm. One was to address new EDI ASN requirements. Also, it was important for the organization to generate ASNs and print GS1 labels faster to save time and money. Ease of use and simplifying day-to-day operations was another key consideration. Training, and also the level of support that Lerman Decor was experiencing with Edisoft. So now at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Sharron Lipson at Lerman Decor. Sharron, I'd like to welcome you to the webinar, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to being with us today. Before we begin, would you be kind enough to give our audience a little bit of background for Lerman Decor and yourself?
Sure. My name is Sharron Lipson, and I am the person responsible for the EDI operations at our company at Lerman Decor. We are a successful home decor distributor based out of Alexandria, Ontario in Canada, and we sell to several major retailers across North America.
Now Sharron, how long have you been with Edisoft?
We've been with Edisoft since 2006, and we have counted on Edisoft's knowledge and expertise.
And can you explain to the audience today which of the products you're currently using from Edisoft?
We are using Merchant. We're using Visual ASN for Sage ACPAC ERP.
And in terms of the fact that you're using the ASN barcode product, maybe you could help the audience understand what your experience was when you were using the former version of our ASN product.
Well, using the ASN barcode solution was always easy. The intuitive user interface made it simple to pick, pack, and ship, and at the same time it met our EDI and business needs. However, as the volume of our business grew, along with changes to certain EDI partners' specifications, we began having some challenges in using that system.
It would be great, Sharron, if you can basically share with the attendees today what some of those challenges were that you were having with the ASN barcode solution.
Sure. Packing to generate the ASNs based on specific trading partner specifications. Since it was taking me so long to pack, we found it was delaying the printing of our GS1 labels, leaving us very little time to prepare the shipment by the end of the day. And if there were any unforeseen delays, we might ship late. And unfortunately, that would result in chargebacks from our suppliers and have a negative impact on our relationship with them.
Are there specific features, Sharron, that have proven to impacted the environment more than others at Lerman Decor when using the EDI system?
Well, configurable packing rules have allowed us to pack a lot faster. We never really considered how much time-consuming the packing and shipping process was for our company.
That's wonderful. And are there other features of Visual ASM that you can mention to the audience were of interest within your team?
Well, the fact that we can pull any Sage ACPAC ERP order to pick, pack, and ship was another feature that we might be able to use in the future. If we would like to use Visual ASN to help us pick, pack, and ship all of our orders, we could do so. And it was important that we buy a solution that offered this flexibility.
Excellent. Now, can you comment on your experiences with the transition? Because I know whenever you're moving from one particular platform to another, there's always challenges, there's concerns. Maybe you can comment to the audience what your experience was like.
Sure. The implementation of Visual ASN did take slightly longer than anticipated, but I feel that the training was smooth and easy to learn. And seeing as I knew the ins and outs of ASN barcode, I felt the transition was quite easy and user-friendly. I also found that the tech support team is always available to help out fairly quickly, and Sandro Raponi is the one person that has helped me out through my whole learning process.
That's perfect. I mean, it's good to kind of help the audience understand the level of support available from us, and I appreciate that, Sharron. Are there any aspects of the transition you felt might have been more challenging than others, and share that point of view with the audience?
There was one. I actually learned something very, very valuable, and that was once your orders are picked and packed and consolidated into their own shipments, never, and I emphasize the word never, ship them in Visual ASN until they've been physically shipped, as you cannot go back in and revise them after clicking on ship. I did this once and only once, and I had to manually revise the raw data before I sent my ASNs through. Again, not a difficult task, Kelvin, but just a tedious one that was unnecessary to have to do.
Right, and it's good for the audience to recognize, I mean, there's going to be challenges, and the important thing is that, we do to resolve them and ensure that things are done in a way that doesn't create a significant impact in a negative way.
Right.
Can you also elaborate as to how the upgrade has helped Lerman Decor's business?
Yeah, given that we've always had just one person dedicated to EDI, the upgrade has allowed us to continue to support the addition of trading partners and complete the day-to-day EDI tasks a lot quicker without having to hire anybody else. We don't have any additional staff, and it's important for the business that we keep our costs low. Based on the fact that we do sell large volumes of goods in the home decor industry and go through a large amount of product in a season, we must keep the costs down to remain competitive. and we've been able to do so with thanks to Edisoft.
That's good for the audience to hear that from your perspective, Sharron. I think also probably it's very valuable, for the next question. What would you say to Edisoft clients or potentially prospects that haven't worked with Edisoft before when they're considering to purchase or upgrade Visual Asm?
Well, I've been able to send my ASNs faster, and this helps our relationship greatly with our retail parties. Any delay would obviously cause chargebacks. And I feel I can now pick and pack and ship with confidence. And this improvement has also positively impacted our retail report cards, which is very important to us with our retailers, since we can successfully avoid the chargebacks and deliver within the ship and cancel dates, which keeps our scorecards to remain high. And when I was using the ASN barcode, I'd send out ASNs right after the truck had left the dock. I'd click on Connect, and I would actually be able to walk away from my computer for hours, once even overnight, because the sending process just took that long. And it was wonderful, because just last week I had an order with many orders. I was able to click everything, highlight it, connect, send, and I was off of merchant in less than a minute.
Now, maybe one more question might be posed here just to give some metrics to the audience today. I know we talked a little bit, Sharron, about the time that was involved.
Yep.
How much time do you estimate has been saved by upgrading to Visual Asm?
Hours. Hours. Like I said, the ASN barcode system just did not allow me to do anything other than that on my computer, because it did slow my whole system down. This has really been a great time saver, great time saver.
That's great, Sharron, to hear that. From the perspective of the interviewing process, I'm going to pause right now, because we're well into the usual 30 minutes, 35 minutes that we're going to be running this session for. And at this point, Sharron, what I'm going to do is ask the audience to write their questions in the chat screen. And what I can then do is pose those to you as they come in.
Okay.
And we'll get some more information from you on your experiences with Visual Asm.
Sure.
Great. Thank you. So at this point, I'd ask the audience to begin posing questions on the chat screen. And if we can move to the next slide, please. I'll just point out that there are URLs on our YouTube channel on the Edisoft website that you can access, and you can learn more about Visual Asm. And obviously, there is an opportunity to contact sales@edisoft.com for further information. And we'll just give it a few moments as people type in their questions for Lerman Decor. Now, I was going to ask to move to the next slide, please, at this point. Sharron, I've got a question here. Can you share with the audience approximately how many orders your company does per week?
Per week, well, with one of our trading partners, we do 6. It's for a major Canadian retailer, and we're in several of their departments. So these orders go out to 3 DCs, so they're quite large. And then we do large Christmas business with a U.S. major retailer. So that's really just seasonal, but very many intricate details needed for that. And I would say that For the U.S., there's probably, there could be only half a dozen a year. But on a weekly basis, I have 6 from the Canadian major retailers.
Now, Sharron, I have another question as well. Were you using EDI before you started with Edisoft solution?
No, we weren't.
Okay, so at that time, it's fair to say that you were manually rekeying order data.
Receiving them by courier and manually putting them in, yes.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Now, Sharron, I've got another question for you. Are you currently using Edisoft's Business Exchange?
Am I currently using, I'm sorry?
Edisoft's Business Exchange or a value-added network?
We are on a AS2.
Okay, so you got direct AS2 connectivity with your trading partners today?
Yes, we do.
Okay, that's great for the audience to know. Could you share with the audience the name of who you're using for AS2? I believe there's a well-known company in the market. In terms of the software, is that are you using Clio?
We were using Clio.
Okay, okay.
We were. I don't believe that we're using Clio right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's good for the audience to know that. So Sharron, we'll give it a few more minutes to see if more questions come in.
That's fine.
Okay, at this point, based on the time, we've reached the end of this webinar, and I'd like to extend a warm thanks to Sharron for her willingness to share her thoughts about integrated EDI with all of us today. I also would like to thank all of you who've attended today's webinar, and I'm hopeful that you have found this event beneficial. Thank you very much. Our webinar has come to a close, and I'd like to wish everyone a great day.
Thank you, Kelvin.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.